I put a comment on a YouTube video about an ascended master. Doesn't matter the name, doesn't matter whatever, because they're all one thing in trying to explain itself to itself. That doesn't need to go any further because that's the entirety of what needs to be known, but nobody lets that be enough. The problem is people need more words. And for example, the person who I believe posted that video, I'm not sure, but their name is Secular Swami, and they keep coming on and saying, I said, I know it's hard to believe. I'm like, but would anyone believe that the chosen one has appeared in Waterford, Pennsylvania at this present day and time? Blah, blah, blah. And people are just like belittle it. And this guy belittles you and puts you down and at least tries to. Like me, I sort of find it comical only because it reflects what he's thinking about himself. Because what does he truly believe in? I believe he's a divine being who's confused as to who he is. He's thinking I'm a person who my ego is got the best of me and I want all this recognition and attention, which I don't want anybody to pay any attention to Dan Alexander. I want everyone to know what's going on. So, like, what I would say to that person literally is, I suggest to you, since I have no questions about the universe, I have no questions on the entirety of how everything works. So, if you have such a problem with what I'm saying, then why don't you help tell me what it is? Help me put it into words. Why don't you help me explain it? Because I can tell you where you're wrong, but you can't tell me where I'm wrong. And if you could, I'll explain it in a better way, because I'm not wrong. If there was a right and wrong about most things, there's a right and wrong. But when it comes to what's really happening, this is what's really going on. This is right about what's going on in the world and the universe and everything we call it. Because the universe is everything, they're all just words. What we're actually experiencing, I know for sure. And I don't have to wonder if I know. I don't have to clarify it or get anyone to agree because I've been there. I've seen the spiritual side. I know what's happening. So it's never going to become cloudy or a doubt in my mind from this point on. Like, I have no going back from this point to the, like, a lot of people say that, oh, when you open your third eye, there's no going back. Well, that's just people who realize that there's just the government system and all that kind of stuff, and we could easily change that if we all work together to do it. There's so much more than that, even deep on the spiritual side. Then you get people who they get into paranormal and they go into demons and some it's like religion with angels and devils and all that kind of stuff. And then you get dark magic and black magic and negative stuff and sci-fi and alien theories, and just people go off on these things in their heads. It's all in their heads. It's all in our mind. So therefore, the more people think about it, the more it shows up. It's all pretty damn simple, but nobody really takes the time to wrap their head around it. And if they do, they're like, "Well, I knew that." Well, that's the problem, is you already knew that. And you refuse to just say, okay, well, I could change who I am now because now I know what's going on. But it's too hard to do that, so people don't. And they just keep doing the things they know they shouldn't do, which is basically simply what's going on right now, everywhere.